Hello friends, welcome back. In this tutorial, we are going to discuss Introduction to Compiled Programming Languages. Before we proceed and understand what are compiled programming languages and how they are translated, we are going to revise what we have learned in the previous tutorials. We know that programming languages which are more programmer friendly and more or less platform independent are known as high-level programming languages. High-level programming languages are either interpreted, compiled, or hybrid programming languages. To translate high-level language codes to low-level language codes, we need translators like interpreter and compiler. We know that assembler is a translator which is used to translate assembly-level language codes to machine-level language codes, and interpreter is a translator which is used to translate high-level language codes or programs to machine-level language codes or machine-level language programs. Similarly, compiler is also a translator which is used to translate high-level language codes to low-level language codes. Some compilers, instead of generating low-level language codes or exe files, they generate intermediate language codes. We discuss about such compilers in upcoming video tutorials. Now we know what is a compiler. What is a compiler? Compiler is a translator used to translate high-level language codes to low-level language codes. Now let's discuss how compiler works. We know that interpreter translates and executes the code line by line, whereas compiler translates the entire source code to machine code. Then that machine code is executed by computer or a processor. Let me make you more clear. Here we are discussing about compilers which generate machine code, that is exe files, on translation of high-level language codes. You can see here interpreter. Interpreter is going to scan, translate, and executes the code line by line. Scans, translates, executes. Scans, translates, executes the code line by line. Whereas compiler is also a translator, something like an interpreter. Compiler, instead of scanning, translating, and executing the code line by line, compiler takes the entire source code as an input, scans the entire source code. If there are no errors, then translates the entire source code to the machine code. Normally it generates an exe file. That file or a machine code is executed on a computer. That is how the compiler works. So what compiler does? Compiler takes the entire source code, translates it to the machine code first, then that machine code is executed by the system. If any error found in the code, then it gives a list of errors with their line numbers with details which we can later debug and recompile. As we know that interpreter is not going to provide list of errors, whereas compiler is going to provide us list of errors. If any error found while scanning, analyzing and translating the code, then compiler provides a list of errors with their details. We can later refer that list of errors, remove all the errors and recompile once again. If there are no errors, then compiler translates the entire source code to the machine code and then executed by the computer. Here we have listed some compiled programming languages: C, C++, Objective-C. To implement Unix operating system, Mr. Dennis Ritchie has designed or developed C programming language at AT&T Bell Laboratories around the year 1972. Based on the C programming language, many programming languages have been designed, like Embedded C, Objective-C, C++, C#, Java, and more. C is a compiled programming language, hence it uses compiler. There are two different compilers normally we find, GCC and TC. TC stands for Turbo C compiler. GCC stands for GNU C compiler. C programming language is a structured or a procedure-oriented programming language. It is a general-purpose programming language. We discuss about what are structured procedure-oriented programming languages, what are general-purpose programming languages or specific purpose languages soon. Here we have a sample code written in a C programming language. You can see here. If you observe this code carefully, you can see flower brackets are introduced to group some set of instructions. Flower brackets are introduced just before the C programming language in another programming language called as BCPL, Basic Combined Programming Language. So flower brackets are used to group some instructions in procedure-oriented programming languages. As C is a procedure-oriented programming language, codes are written inside procedures. In procedure-oriented programming languages, anywhere if you find a name followed by pair of brackets, such blocks are called as procedures or functions. We are going to discuss about these terminologies like procedures, procedure-oriented programming, structured, general purpose later in detail, step by step. In C programming language, many different data types are introduced like int, float, char, double. Various data types are introduced in C programming language. Whereas before C programming language, we had basic programming language, assembly level language codes, which are typeless programming languages. They didn't had any data types. C is a typed programming language or strictly typed programming language. And also we can use our own variable names. You can see here, instead of using the register names, we can use our own variable names. We need not to know about underlying architecture or a platform, that is bit size of the platform, what registers available for programming, etc. We need not to worry about the architecture. And you can see we have mathematical expressions, x equal to 2, y equal to 2, x equal to x plus y, some English like statements. Quite easy to learn, easy to code and easy to understand, right? There are some pros and cons of compilers and compiled programming languages. We are going to discuss about them here. Compiled programming languages are quite easy to learn, easy to code, easy to remember and easy to understand. Compilers provide list of errors for easy debugging, whereas interpreter doesn't. Compilers provide faster execution. Compiled programming languages need less memory because compiler not only translates the source code to the machine code, it performs many other tasks like it analyzes the code, it minimizes the code, it performs code optimization with respect to the platform on which you are compiling. Compiler is just going to convert or translate the source code to the machine code, and that machine code should be loaded into the memory. Neither source code or a compiler need to be loaded into the memory. This part need not to be present in the memory. Only the machine code which is optimized should be present in the memory. Whereas if you take interpreter, source code as well as the interpreter must and should present in the memory for execution of the code. So compiled programming languages take less memory. One of the biggest advantage of compiled programming language is source code need not be shifted for execution. Compiled programming languages are platform independent with respect to the source code, whereas they are platform dependent with respect to the binary code. We are going to discuss about this. Platform independent with respect to the source code. That means if you have written a source code in a compiled programming language, give that code to the compiler. Compiler is going to convert the source code to the machine code, and that machine code is meant only for the platform on which you have built. Normally compiler generates the exe file. To execute the same source code on another platform, for example platform 2, you need not to readjust or remodify the source code with respect to the platform, but you have to recompile the source code. The compiler is going to generate the machine code based on the platform on which you are compiling. It generates an exe file. Then that exe file is going to be executed by the platform. So here source code need not be readjusted or source code need not be modified. We need not to worry about the underlying platform. Whereas compiled programming languages are platform dependent with respect to the binary code that they generate. For example, the exe file that is generated for one platform will not get executed on another platform. You cannot take the same exe file and execute it on another platform, because the exe file generated or the code generated on a platform is meant only for the platform on which you have compiled the source code. The exe file you cannot execute on another platform. You must and should have to recompile once again. Here you need to shift the source code if it is another platform, whereas you need not to shift the source code if you have similar platform. For example, the exe file generated on platform 1, you can directly execute on another computer which is of similar platform. You can take the exe file and just execute it. Compiled programming languages takes more time to analyze. Hope you guys have understood what is source independent. Source independent means what? Source independent means you need not to readjust the source code, or you need not to modify the source code. You need not to worry about the underlying platform for writing the programs. You just write the code once and execute that on many other platforms. Whereas compiled programming languages are platform dependent with respect to the binary code that they generate. Of course, you can see that the exe files that are generated, you cannot execute on different platforms. You can execute on similar platforms, but you cannot execute on different platforms. You have to recompile once again and execute. So compiled programming languages are less platform independent. To get more benefits out of both compiler and interpreter, hybrid programming languages are designed or developed, like C#, Java, which are hybrid programming languages. We discuss about these programming languages in the next tutorial. So for this tutorial, this much is enough, friends. Hope you guys have understood what is compiler and how compiled programming languages are translated to the machine code. What are the pros and cons? In the next tutorial, we get more information. For more benefits, please subscribe, like, comment and share. See you in the next tutorial. Keep learning, keep coding, keep sharing.